for the community use, it's always been our intention to make this a public open access site where that is consistent with the management policies. So we're going to be, there are of course some public footpaths through the site that will be maintained, and we'll be trying to do some improvement works on those to make them more accessible when the ground is waterlogged.
I come here on a regular basis since last July to find insect specimens and identify them, and I send a list at the end of the season to Robin. I don't think there's many entomologists working on this site at the moment anyway.
Well, I think it's absolutely fantastic that volunteers come forward, want to take charge of the site. The company itself is going to maintain ownership of the site, and they're very pleased that local people are going to take an interest in the site and develop the site, and it becomes an educational resource, it becomes an environmental resource, a haven for much more biodiversity than it would be if it was just managed as commercial woodland or went on as a gravel pit.
Normally we use ash, chestnut, you can use beech, oak, anything really, anything, but we use it green, it's not seasoned. I think people just like to connect with what you're doing rather than chuck it in a machine and it comes out made.
I'm here today making dream catchers with the younger visitors to the reserve, and also we've got the option of making willow lanterns with the willow that's here in the Cockaynes woods.
Old gravel pit sites are always good for bees and wasps, bees particularly, because it's a hot sort of site. You can see there's not much vegetation on the gravel pit, and that's heat alone is encouraging to bees and wasps. It speeds up their activities, and they don't like cold basically.
There's effectively a three-way agreement to manage the site. That's with Cockaynes Wood Trust, Essex Wildlife Trust and Brett Aggregates. And Brett Aggregates are financing the management of the site as part of the lease agreements. So that's how we'll be managing it going forward.
So the woodland areas are going to be maintained as woodland. We may do some coppicing work in one part of the woodland area. The open areas if possible, we're going to try to keep some of those areas open because they're very important habitats for invertebrates, which are a speciality of this site. And other areas where it's perhaps not so safe for people to get access, including people doing management work, we're just going to let the natural succession take place. So there will be some areas where there'll be an increase in woodland over the period of the lease of the site.